All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, very tragic story. I hate talking about these, but we gotta tell it, and we gotta talk about anything with a positive spin on the end of it. So we'll discuss it. So let's put this mother on the screen. Her name is Robin McKenzie. She is the mother of a 10-year-old boy, and his name is Jaheim McKenzie. And Jaheim McKenzie was found dead in Ridgecrest Apartments in Memphis, Tennessee. For all my out-of-town subscribers, or anybody who's not from Memphis. I don't even live in Memphis anymore, so I'm speaking to a city that most of my subscribers, I'm pretty sure, come for, or a big part of them come from. In Ridgecrest Apartments, this young 10-year-old was found bleeding from the upper torso. He was found unresponsive when crews arrived. They pretty much said he was dead, right? He was dead an hour later. They tried to rush him to the hospital, but he was already gone. And what has happened to this young man is that the mother is coming forward and explaining her side of the story. She's saying that she did whoop or punish this young man, and it went extremely left. She says she was just punishing him with, I believe, an extension cord. Don't quote me on that. And instead of just whooping him, it led to her choking him as a form of discipline. I don't know where we go from just whooping a kid to having to choke them. Now, I've seen some of the craziest. Y'all know where we come from. You can get your ass beat. But when it goes to choking a kid, especially a 10-year-old in the 4th grade, I believe, I don't get that one. I don't know how you could justify that. I never choke my kid. Going forward, that just doesn't seem like that has to happen to teach them a lesson. She claims she was whooping the kid, punishing them, and then it led to her choking the kid. And at that point, Miss Robin McKenzie is saying that her son went into the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and at that point he stabbed himself. I don't know the specifics. Again, Robin McKenzie hasn't even been charged with murder yet, or homicide, or suicide, whatever it is, because we're waiting on the autopsy to come back in. God forbid that she's lying about him stabbing himself altogether and she stabbed him. Then we'd be looking at, obviously, 1st-degree murder, right? So now, as it stands, I'm pretty sure that she's going to get some sort of charges, a lot of charges, regardless of how this thing plays out, from just assault and unnecessary force on a minor. She's going to get that regardless. It just depends on the autopsy. But if they can prove that this young 10-year-old did not stab himself with a knife, she's going to get 1st-degree murder. Again, we don't know. Me or you weren't there. Only she knows the situation, because I believe they were the only two in the household when this happened. Witnesses say this happened in a matter of 10 minutes. She told her son to come in the crib or something like that. They went inside, and 10 minutes later, Miss Robin McKenzie came storming out, saying that her son is unresponsive. There's a pastor, DeAndre Brown. He said, I haven't had to do something as difficult as this in a long time. Anybody from Memphis will know this school is Denver that the young man went to. Again, 10 years old. I'm trying to be general about this story because it really does hurt. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Again, a young man with an entire future ahead of him, now going off this earth. And I guess I can get into a little bit of how disappointed I am about it. Look, man, I'm trying to find ways to give back. I'm trying to find ways to figure my platform out, because stories like this really depress me. I'm not just saying that for a video. I really get depressed when I hear stories like this. It really pisses me off. A lot of things run through my mind, like, was the parent-son relationship not in a good spot, where the mother felt like she needed to choke the kid to get the point across? I hope that I never got to put my hands on my kids. Now, that with time and with age, y'all know how it is. We start to get to feeling ourselves, and we start to talk back and all that. We have all been there, done that, right? I'd hope I get that relationship with my kid where I don't have to put my hands on them as much. Again, you do a crazy act, sometimes a little physical, force might be necessary in your situation. To each his own. Everybody has their own opinion on that. A very sensitive subject. But to choke my kid, nah. And I kind of wonder, how do we even get to that point? Another thing that goes to my mind is, I was told that she was raising this one by herself. You think about, the first thing that comes to your mind is like, yo, like, where's the father? And I'm so sick of things happening, and I see these young men and young women end up dead, and you see being raised by single mother. You see that so often in black communities, and it's depressing. It is depressing. It is very, very, very depressing to even hear stories like that. Prayers to this family, the McKenzie family. Prayers to anybody affected by this death. Very unfortunate situation. To put a positive spin on the story, though, Yo Gotti, obviously he's from Ridgecrest Apartments. He will be covering, I'm not going to say he announced this. This was found out that he will be covering the expenses of the young man's funeral. And I think that is such a dope thing. Very dope. Very courteous of Yo Gotti. Obviously, this situation hit home for him. Being from that area. Obviously, he's probably the young man's favorite rapper. Let's just be honest about it. It's Yo Gotti helping out on the funeral. I don't know if he's going to cover the whole thing, but he said he's going to help out. Hopefully that would mean as much as need be to make sure this young man gets a proper funeral. Very unfortunate situation, man. And salute to Yo Gotti. I think this is a very dope thing that he won't get enough credit for. We too busy talking about beef, when we ain't talking about the real shit that really matter. We got a man that's stepping up and stepping in. And I hate when people be like, he should do that. He got all them millions. People don't got to do anything. He's doing this out of the kindness of his heart. People don't got to do anything. And salute to Yo Gotti and the CMG family for adding this to this and helping out here with the family in need. Obviously, if the father's not around, the mother won't be around. She's going to do some time for something. This is a very devastating situation, man. Your relationship with your kids is so important. So important. And I think we got to figure that out more. We got to talk to our kids more. We got to know what's going on in their lives, because this mom at the least watched her kid commit suicide. This kid felt so defeated in life that he didn't want to give it a go anymore. And that's very depressing to me. Very depressing to me. This kid's 10 years old, man. Whole life ahead of him. Who knows what he could have been? Who knows? We'll never know. Because his life was taken. And it's all started because corporal punishment went wrong. And I just can't. I just hate this subject. It just hurts me, man. Jaheim McKenzie, dead at the age of 10. Rest in peace. What's going on is yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO. And if you enjoyed this latest video, whether it's sports, hip-hop, or other culture-related activities, please subscribe to my channel right now. And if you want more from TALIAFERRO, you can always subscribe to the React channel for more of your latest reactions and music and sports highlights.